Good morning, my friends. Happy day to all of you. So, friends, I've got good news to share. Stimulus payments have been approved for the American people, and millions of Americans can expect to receive inflation relief checks. These payments will be worth up to $500. Some people will automatically receive this extra financial assistance, while others may have to apply for this relief. Friends, here is your daily news report and fourth stimulus check update. So please make sure you watch until the end of this video. To say thank you for watching and joining me here every day, I'm giving away 4 $75 Walmart gift cards every week. Friends, please make sure that you click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways.
Not after that glorious introduction you gave. Look, right now, my focus is on holding the House. How many times have I told you over the past year and a half plus that the Democrats would hold the House, despite some of the so-called conventional, so-called wisdom in Washington, D.C., saying that in the off year, the president's party always loses Congress or seats. The fact is, that isn't conventional, and it isn't wisdom, because convention has changed. We communicate in a different way. We have a different reality here now in terms of our own democracy being on the ballot, our planet being on the ballot, the future of our country being on the ballot, and also we always believed we would win, so we always prepared for it. Mobilization to own the ground. Our distinguished chairman, Sean Patrick Maloney, began that even before January 6th. As soon as he was chosen by our colleagues to be the chair, even before January 6th, you can just imagine the momentum it picked up. Secondly, mobilization depends on messaging, and the legislation that we are passing has been very, very, shall we say, encouraging to our grassroots. And then the third is, of course, the resources.
U.S. inflation is showing signs of entering a more stubborn phase that will likely require drastic action by our Federal Reserve. U.S. inflation is showing signs of entering a more stubborn phase that will likely require drastic action by the Federal Reserve. It is a shift that has panicked financial markets and heightens the risk of a recession. Some of the longtime drivers of higher inflation, including spiking gas prices, supply chain snarls, soaring used prices, are fading. Yet, underlying measures of inflation are actually worsening. The ongoing evolution of the forces behind an inflation rate that's near a 4-decade high has made it much harder for the Fed to wrestle it under control. Prices are no longer rising. Instead, inflation has now spread more widely through the economy, fueled by a strong job market that is boosting paychecks, forcing companies to raise prices to cover higher labor costs, and giving more consumers the finances to spend. On Tuesday, the government said that inflation ticked up 0.1% from July to August and 8.3% from a year ago, which was down from June's 4-decade high of 9.1%. The core price figures solidified worries that inflation has now spread into all corners of the economy. Matthew Lazzetti, a chief U.S. economist, told reporters this week, one of the most remarkable things is how broad-based the price gains are. The underlying trend in inflation certainly has not shown any progress towards moderating so far. And that should be a worry to the Fed, because the price gains have become increasingly demand-driven and therefore likely to be more persistent. When inflation is driven mainly by demand, it can require more drastic action from the Fed than when it's driven mainly by supply shocks, such as oil supply disruption, which can often resolve on their own. Economists fear that the only way for the Fed to slow robust consumer demand is to raise interest rates so high as to sharply increase unemployment and potentially cause a recession. Typically, as fear of layoffs rises, not only do the jobless reduce spending, some economists now think that the Fed will have to raise its benchmark short-term rate much higher to 4.5% or above by early next year. Friends, the keyword for this video is Bahamas. If you would like to enter tomorrow's Walmart gift card giveaway, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below this keyword, which is Bahamas, and additional keywords of any video of mine that you watch. And do make sure, friends, that you are subscribed to my channel. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has also announced the release of a further $44.4 million in federal crisis funds. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has also announced the release of $44.4 million in federal crisis funds to aid back-to-school expenses and nutritional assistance. The Crisis Emergency Assistance Fund was born out of the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021 with the goal of assisting struggling families affected by the crisis. The distribution of these funds will be overseen by state officials and are expected to help around 218,000 children. The governor has also said hardworking New York families are still feeling the economic toll of this crisis. As New Yorkers prepare to send their children back to school, these one-time payments will help struggling families across the state pay for education supplies and other household expenses. Due to begin immediately, the funding will provide New York families who are enrolled in public assistance programs with a one-time payment of $214 for each child aged 3 to 17 and $150 for each child younger than 3 years old. Out of the $44.4 million, $39.3 million will be distributed to assist with back-to-school costs for around 184,000 eligible children. Governor Hochul and lawmakers also announced last week that the New York State Department of Taxation and Finance will begin sending $270 stimulus payments to eligible New Yorkers this month. New Yorkers who receive the Empire State Child Credit or the Earned Income Credit on their 2021 state tax returns are eligible for the new stimulus check. Well, my amazing and fabulous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video. Thank you, my dear friends, for joining me here today. I greatly appreciate all of you for doing so. Please remember that I'll be announcing a winner for tomorrow's Walmart gift card giveaway. So do enter the keywords in the comment section below and remember to stay tuned for that video. Thank you, my friends.